Well, the first location I worked on was called Mount Loser. I guess that's how you pronounce it. We would have said loser in the States, but this was far from that. It was so magnificent, in fact. I mean, here we were on the peak of this mountain. Down below us were low-lying clouds, which were sort of hovering over a lake and these cascading ridges. And everybody who watched the shot in Video Village said that, you know, audiences were going to think it was a painting because it was actually too beautiful to be real. The horseback element of it was one of the more seductive aspects for me because I had done a number of jobs where I had to be on horseback and never ever got myself comfortable so that I could say I had a decent seat on a horse. And it's one of the great regrets. And I said, okay, well, here's an opportunity because virtually I spent 70% of the movie in the saddle in this film. And here's an opportunity to sort of finish something off that I'd always dreamed about, you know, being able to say I could kind of do. It's one of those things where you kind of have an opportunity to do something that you used to do with like cardboard sticks when you were, you know, 8 years old in the neighborhood. You know, you throw a towel around you as a cape and, you know, get like one of these long cardboard things that they have industrial strength saran wrap on, you know, and that was it. You know, you were Rob Roy. And here I was, you know, living it out with real broadswords and, you know, and real regalia. They have a kind of a shorthand with one another, which enables them to know what each other's thinking, complete each other's sentences without really ever having to verbally do it. Nick is a real hard worker and very serious about building a foundation so that, you know, you know, whether it's spoken or not, he knows where he is, where he's come from and where he's on his way to as a character at all times. And it was the smartest way to approach this was for him and me to sit down with Dominic Senna and with the writers and Chuck and Alex, the producers, and create a very specific backstory as to how they met, what their time spent together felt like. There's no telling the level of adventure that these two have kind of lived out, you know, in the decade and a half or so that they've been, you know, these nights in these crusades, which was gritty, hand to hand, you know, blood in your face, blood on your clothes kind of stuff. And I think that the reason why they survived and they are two guys who happen to be like one unit is because it's an unspoken rule, like, you know, if you're going down, I'm going down with you.